said Nightmare be trying to sun me. What you mean, bro? I give you the keys to success, but you gotta put in the time and practice, bro. It's easy for somebody to tell you what you gotta do, but it's up to you to actually go into training mode and practice it. You say stop trying to sandbag, bro. You know I help people for a living, right? I could really sit here and tell you what to do, but are you actually going to go into training mode and practice it for hours? Not 10, 5, 30 minutes and then be like, all right, I can't do this. At least 2 hours a day? All right. Time. So you asked, when you press a button, when do you press another button, right? So, when you press a button, how do you know when to press another button? Street Fighter V has a timing system that you have a certain window on each normal, along with frame data, which standard medium leaves me at +7 on hit. That means I have a 7-frame window to confirm another button. If I mistime it, the opponent is able to block. So crouch, light punch, standing medium punch, crouch. Nah, that's a counter hit confirm. So when you counter hit somebody, you get +2 advantage. So Supreme, if you notice, so this is why I say you have to know frame data. Apparently frame data is not needed, let Preacher tell it. But anyway, if you do pay attention to frame data, this is +2 on normal hit. The combo that you just gave me, it works on counter hit because you get a +2 advantage off counter hit. So that combo that you just said links off a counter hit. You say, how do you get counter hits? I played some dude in rank with Cody and Sun kept getting hit. You say, how do you get counter hits? So this is to go a little bit in depth. Say you knock him down with a sweep and you're +4 on the dash up. You would do a crouch and jab to beat the wake up 3-frame and then you get the counter hit. You will score a counter hit every time you beat somebody to the button. I mean, both situations apply to the same outcome. If you have them in a block stun and you hit them with a plus button, that's +3, or even +2 or +1. If you follow up with a button that's fast enough to beat a 3-frame or a 4-frame, depending on the character. Ah, you missed the punish. At this given time, an optimal punish would have been good, like standing medium and a crouching medium, cannon spike, I think is the low drill. Or you could have went for a sweep, or even like a standing fierce to DP. Okay, so like right here, what caused you to get hit? Wait, you was blocking down? Okay, so I don't know what you tried to do. Maybe it could have been a misinput, but it don't look like you was blocking high. Yeah, why are you getting hit right here? I was trying to do down back. I guess you was trying to do down. Oh, you okay? Yeah, so you did down back late. Say you're a rookie in Nightmare teaching frame data. I told him get comfortable with the character at first, but now we going more into it. I told Supreme a while back, you gotta first get comfortable with the game. Anti-airing, understanding the character's normals, understanding just the basic fundamentals of Street Fighter. Oh, maybe you're right. Oh, nah, bro, I'm wrong. Nah, I'm so wrong. Preacher know everything. I don't know nothing, bro. I don't know what I'm talking about. I did all the trials for Cammy. I didn't even know what else to do afterwards. All right, so I'm gonna do it like this, Supreme. Say I am just starting Street Fighter, right? I do my character trials. I get a feel for them, right? So after I do the character trials and I do the story mode if I want fight money, I go into training mode. I find my character. As soon as I load up training mode, I walk back and forth with the character. Walk back and forth. I get a feel for the walk speed. I find out what the best normal is to jump in. Just try out different stuff. All right, this is the cross up. This is a good button to jump in from a range. So on and so on. So after I walk back and forth, figure out those two options. Now I'm throwing out each button to figure out the spacing and where I should be at with this character. So boom, that's the low forward, that's the medium kick, that's the fierce. I learned that the roundhouse hits high, so the opponent is able to crouch it. What else? The jabs, the mediums, so on and so on. So with me throwing out these buttons, I'm getting a feel, like I said, of where I should always space myself at. What is the max space for each normal? That will tell you where this character specializes at. And this character also has a dive kick. So this character also has another learning curve of being able to master dive kick. I actually suck at dive kick, I will tell you no lie. Now since I done played around with the normals, seeing which button work at what range, it is time to look at the frame data on each button and how you turn that on. Attack data, yes. Make sure that's on. Frame advantage in color is on. And key display so you can see if you're mashing or not. So, if your character is blue, that lets you know that you're in the right. If your character is red, that lets you know that your character is in the wrong. But even if you're in the wrong, if you space it right, the opponent can't do nothing about it. So after I didn't realize all that, it's time to put the opponent on guard all and then check to see what the frame data is on each button. Standing jab is +2, crouching jab is 0, crouching light is -1, standing medium is +3, crouching medium +1, -2, -3, -2, and -2. So once I figure out that tells me what the good buttons are and what the safe buttons are. And sweep is universal punishable. So after I figured all that out, now it's time to take a look to see what each button is on hit. Standard jab is +4 on normal hit. Normal hit. +4 on normal hit. +4 on normal hit. Standard medium punch is +7, +5, +1, so on and so on. So this is where learning basic bread and butter's coming at, right? So this also taps into frame data a little bit. Well, I'm not even gonna say a little bit, but it taps into frame data. So once you take note to what each button is on normal hit, I keep saying normal hit because if it's counter hit, you get 2 more frames of advantage. All right, so standard medium punch is +7 on normal hit. I now have a 7 frame advantage to link a 7 frame startup button for a combo. A 7 frame startup. It has to be 7 or lower. So in Cammy's case, crouching medium. I'm testing stuff out because I don't know this character like that. So this is the trial and error of learning a new character. So anytime you see something don't work, that's perfectly fine. It's nothing to dread about. So taking note to what each button is on hit will let you know what you can link into. Same thing with the lights. My standing jab is +4 on normal hit. Okay, so now I have up to 4 frames to link it. So now since we see which buttons link, it's time to special cancel the buttons into a knockdown. And you will always tell if you did the combo right because you always want to have it set to after first attack. When you set it to after first attack, if you mistime it, the opponent will block. Anytime the opponent doesn't block, you know it's a real combo. So this is what I mean by when I ask people, when you looking to learn the game, get better at the game, like, do you necessarily sit in the training mode and really dissect what your character can do? Actually looking at the buttons, what works at every range, what links, like all that. Like which button is your anti-air? Do your character have a DP? This is everything that you have to ask yourself when learning Street Fighter and getting better at the game. So once you get a basic grip on what you didn't learn, now it's time to start putting everything into repetition. This helps build muscle memory. So after you see which buttons work, it's time to do each combo on player 1 side and player 2 side. Now, of course, there are combos that's more optimal. This is just basic B&B. Basic B&B. More optimal stuff is like stand and meet 'em, and the fierce, and the cannon spike, so on and so on. Same thing with combos. No, my bad. Same thing with anti-airs. Once you figure out which button is your anti-air, have the opponent jump at you. Build up your muscle memory to anti-air with that button. Right? And then once you feel comfortable on player 1 side, do it on player 2 side. So that is learning a character and understanding Street Fighter. You know what's crazy? That was a video and I didn't even plan it. Tell them boys to sub to the YouTube channel. If you made it to this part of the video because you wanted to learn how to play a character and the proper steps to understanding the game, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Shout outs to Intelligent Gamer for reminding me because it went over my head. So don't worry about neutral or none of that right now. Just learn the game. Just learn the game. Like, learning Street Fighter is more important than trying to tackle neutral right now, because neutral is a whole topic in its own. Like, it's a whole subject in its own that takes time and time and time to get better at.